Hey everyone, in today's quick mini lecture we're going to be talking about how to create linear equations given 2 points. So first we start off with y equals mx plus b. For us this is known as slope-intercept form. So slope-intercept form gives us some important information. Here the m gives us the slope, so that's going to be the value in front of the x, some number, decimal, or fraction. This b value is known as the y-intercept, and it's actually going to be an ordered pair if you were to plot this on a graph, and it will be 0 comma whatever that b is. So y equals mx plus b form is known as slope-intercept form. So we're going to come back and use slope-intercept form in helping us solve one of our examples. So here's our first example. We're given the order pair 3 comma 4 and 5 comma 8. So here these are 2 points. We know a line that we have goes through these 2 points. So we're asked to find an equation of that line, and we're going to find that equation in slope-intercept form. So the first thing we have to do is find its slope. So we use the slope formula, y sub 2 minus y sub 1 divided by x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Now I go back and I'll label my points. My ordered pairs are always x and y, right? That's the standard. This 3 comma 4, that's the first order pair I see, so I'll label those the sub 1s. The 5 comma 8 is the second order pair I see, so I'll label those the sub 2s. Now it's just a matter of plugging in, but make sure you don't forget the minus sign that's in the formula, and then you just place any other signs that go along with any values that are already there. So y sub 2 is the 8 and y sub 1 is 4. X sub 2 is 5 and x sub 1 is 3. So 8 minus 4 is 4, 5 minus 3 is 2, and we know that a fraction means division, so 4 divided by 2 gets us 2. Alright, so our slope is 2. M is 2. Anytime you see M in algebra, you know that it stands for slope. Alright, so the next step is for us to use y equals mx plus b. So we're going to substitute in for the y, the m, and the x, and solve for b, which is our y-intercept. So our y is 4, our m is 2, and our x is 3 plus b. So if you're wondering where I got the y and the x from, you can look right back up at the top ordered pair and you see x and y. Now I could have very well used the 5 and 8, and that's fine too. Some people may want to just use that for their x and y. The y would be 8, the x would be 5. We would still get the same answer because these 2 points are still on the same line. But you have to be consistent. You can't mix them up. So I chose to use the 3 and the 4. So we have 4 equals 2 times 3 is 6 plus b. And now we're just solving for b, so I'm just going to subtract 6 from both sides. Right, and then I get b is equal to 4 minus 6 is a negative 2. So now I have my slope is 2, my y-intercept is negative 2. So I'm just going to take those 2 pieces of information and form my last step. My last step is to again use y equals mx plus b, and this time I'm only going to substitute in for my slope and my y-intercept. So y equals 2 is my slope, x, and my y-intercept is negative 2. So I write down the negative 2. So y equals 2x minus 2. 2x minus 2. And then we have, that is the equation for us in slope-intercept form for a line that passes through 3 comma 4 and 5 comma 8. Alright, let's take a look at our next example. We're going to use the order pair 4, 5 and 8, 3. So as we said in the last example, first we need to go ahead and find the slope. So again, I usually like to label my order pairs X and Y, and then 4, 5 is the first order pair I see, so I label those the sub 1s. 8 and 3 is the second order pair I see, so I'll label those the sub 2s. And now I'll just go ahead and plug in, but I'm careful to use the signs from the formula. So my y sub 2 is 3, my y sub 1 is 5, my x sub 2 is 8, my x sub 1 is 4. So we have 3 minus 5 is negative 2, 8 minus 4 is 4. Well, 2/4 we know as a fraction simplifies or reduces to 1/2. So we have negative 1/2 is our slope. So our next step we said was to use y equals mx plus b, slope intercept form. And we're going to plug in for y, m, and x. So our y is going to be 5. Our m, our slope, is the negative 1/2. Our x is going to be 4. And then we're going to just solve for whatever b is. So 5 is equal to negative 1/2 times 4. I'll do this work on the side. Negative 1/2 times 4. 4 is like saying 4 over 1, right? And when we multiply fractions, we just multiply straight across. A negative fraction times a positive makes our answer negative. 1 times 4 is 4. 2 times 1 is 2. And 4 divided by 2 leaves us with 2. So negative 2 is the product of negative 1/2 times 4. So we have negative 2 plus b. Alright, so the next thing we do is solve for b, so we have to go ahead and add 2 to both sides so we can get b by itself. So then we have 7 is equal to b. So that's another piece of information that we have. We have the m is equal to negative 1/2 and b is equal to 7. Slope is negative 1/2, y-intercept is 7. So the last thing we do is just go ahead and plug into slope-intercept form, and we're just going to plug into m and b. Well, we just solved for that, so y equals m, which is the negative 1/2 x, and the b is a positive 7. So the equation of the line is y equals negative 1/2 x plus 7, and this is the equation in slope-intercept form that passes through the points 4, 5 and 8, 3. Alright, for our last example, we have the order pair 1, 2 and 5, 10. So we're trying to find the equation of a line in slope-intercept form that goes through these 2 points. So first, again, we'll need to find the slope. So we use the slope formula. Y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Alright, so again, I label my order pairs, the x sub 1, y sub 1, and x sub 2, y sub 2. And then I just go ahead and plug in, but again, make sure you use the signs from the formula and then any signs that are in the values of these order pairs. So y sub 2 is 10, y sub 1 is 2, x sub 2 is 5, and x sub 1 is 1. So 10 minus 2 is 8, 5 minus 1 is 4, so we get our slope m is equal to 8 divided by 4 is 2. Alright, so we're going to use slope-intercept form, and we're going to plug in for y, m, and x, and then solve for b. So our y is 2, and we just got that from right above that order pair. Our m is what we just found, right, to be 2. And our x is from the order pair as well. It's a 1. And that's plus b because we're going to solve for that b. So 2 is equal to 2 times 1 is 2 plus b. Now to solve for b, we need to get b by itself, so I'm going to subtract this 2 from both sides, and then we get b is equal to 0. So we have another value that is of use for us. We have the m, which is 2, and the b, which is 0. So we go back to using y equals mx plus b, and we're just going to plug in for the slope and the y-intercept, which we already have right here, right? So y is equal to 2x plus 0. So this is telling us that our slope is 2, our y-intercept is 0. There is no y-intercept, so it doesn't cross the y-axis. So we could either write it like this, or we could write it as y equals 2x. Alright, y equals 2x, or with the 0 at the end, it's your choice.